So there's a little update to the Steven Crowder story. So now Steven saw that after he decided to open the Pandora's box of publicly talking about his divorce live on air and the response from his ex-wife's family, he decided to, and he saw how like absolutely roasted he was getting. And so he decided to make a reply. Actually, he had to hot drop a reply on the Bird app super quick to hopefully like get in the middle and diffuse the situation before it gets, I guess, too out of control. Anyways, this is what he had to say.
I commented on my ongoing divorce on Tuesday,
Honestly, bad idea.
requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Look, broken marriages are ugly, and in them people do ugly things. Myself, of course included, I would never claim otherwise. However, due to recent misleadingly edited leaks to the tabloid press without context and not subject to consequences of the court, well, if not privacy, the next best option is truth. So today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record. Finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or evaluations, depositions, and any motions or sanctions from the courts of Texas. I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but if the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties, I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week.
Okay. Holy crap. Well, I didn't know that it was this bad. And I'm not sure if you guys picked this up, okay? I'm not sure if you picked this up, but I want you to know something, all right? It wasn't his ex-wife who released that ring footage. That was ring footage that his ex-wife gave to her family. And her family and a lawyer released that footage about Crowder after Crowder decided to talk about the marriage and then say that there was no abuse. So don't worry about it. I promise, guys, on either side, there's no abuse that happened at all. I definitely did not abuse my wife, not in the slightest. So if you hear that I did, just know that I didn't. And they were like, yeah, buddy, sure. And so they released that footage. His ex-wife wasn't involved in this whatsoever. His ex-wife wasn't involved in this. His ex-wife wasn't able to be contacted at all. This was simply between the ex-wife's family, Hillary's family, and like the press, right? And so what he's doing here, basically, by saying that he wants to release all of this, personal data, and personal stuff, all connected to the court case, is to punish his ex-wife for not controlling her family by talking about how he's lying to his audience in regards to the breakup of the relationship.
So today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record. Finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or
evaluations. Curious. Is curious. I do really think that he's just trying to get one over on his ex-wife by trying to punish her here, because she wasn't involved in this. She wasn't involved in this at all. And I don't know, man, if you didn't want anybody to talk about this, you probably shouldn't have started talking about it. I mean, he could have said I'm going through a divorce, but he didn't want to say that. He wanted to then go oh yeah, I'm going through a divorce. And just so you know, if you hear anybody say that I did anything wrong, I didn't. Which probably is gonna, rub her families the wrong way when you, simply lie about what you did to your ex-wife. As it goes. They asked him not to mention it publicly. Yeah, they're like, don't mention this publicly. Don't mention it publicly at all. And then he said, you know what, guys? I want to mention it publicly and try to save my ass here just in case anything comes out. He could have just simply not spoke, and then probably everything would have been fine. Instead, he decided to speak as it is. You know what my grandma always said? It's better to be silent and let people think that you're stupid than to speak and then prove them right. Anyways, you know who else is speaking? Candace Owens. Candace decided to go live on her show again today and start speaking.
Well, again, going back to the pattern, it's not just the Daily Wire. It's David Landau. It's Sven the Computer. It's Jared Monroe, formerly known as Not Gay Jared, people that are locked into NDAs and are not allowed to speak about the abuse that they endured by Steven Crowder. It's Owen Benjamin. It's now his wife. Do you believe that all of these various different parties, the majority of them who have never spoken to each other, I have never spoken to Sven the Computer, I've never spoken to David Landau, I've never spoken to Hillary Crowder, I've never spoken to Owen Benjamin. Do you believe that all of these people, as is the paranoid narrative that Steven Crowder is presenting, are working maybe in collusion with big tech to try to destroy him? Or do you believe it's plausible that Steven Crowder is just a monster?
You're a monster. Oh, the funniest thing about this is because I'm pretty sure that like the Daily Wire knew about this stuff going on in the background and they still wanted to give him $10 million a year. I'm pretty sure they knew that this stuff was happening and they still wanted to give him $10 million a year. Isn't that wild? That is wild. Maybe they thought that it was just never going to come out, or maybe they think that they could like force him to never speak about it or something. Wild. Yeah, all they saw were dollar signs. Yeah, I guess that's all they really care about. And then him being like, "Oh, sure, you guys may think that I'm the bad guy, but did you know that my mentally ill ex-wife has like anxiety? She has an anxiety disorder, so she's crazy. Anyways, she's crazy. How could I not abuse her? She makes it so easy." Yeah, family values right there, brother.
I personally believe that he is a monster. And that is, by the way, Stephen, if you're watching, I'm not trying to extort you. I am just simply telling the truth. There was a lot of things that are going on, and I am glad that his wife found the strength to speak out. And I'm calling upon everybody to roundly condemn this, to reject this firmly, not to somehow come up with an excuse and say, oh, well, it's a divorce, so we shouldn't talk about it. We should mind our own business. No, the way that we represent ourselves privately and publicly should be the same. If you purport to care about family values, again, then you should care about this situation.
I cannot conduct myself in private and public the same exact way. There are so many things that I want to say in public that I just say in private instead. What are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? How is this possible? Because I be saying my social security number out loud in private, but I don't in public. For obvious reasons. I can't act the same. You know how it is. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.